Welcome everybody to look at the fifth film in the Mabuse Lives box set released by Eureka. So this is the second to last film in this box set, and it is 1963's Scotland Yard Hunts Dr. Mabuse, also known as Dr. Mabuse versus Scotland Yard. So this is directed by Paul May, who I've not seen anything else from before. And once again, crime thriller, clocks in at 90 minutes long, which is pretty much where all of these films have, ranked in terms of running time. Peter Van Eck returns to the series. He was in the first film in this box set, The Thousand Eyes of Dr. Mabuse, so it's good to see him return. We also have Walter Riller, who was Professor Poland in the previous film in this box set. Wolfgang Priest once again returns as Dr. Mabuse himself. But we also have Klaus Kinski in this as well, who's known for likes of Fitzcarraldo, All the Great Silence, and for a few dollars more. So yeah, it's really cool to see him in a much earlier film than I have seen him in before. So Scotland Yard searches for a maniac who has perfected a device that transforms harmless people into killers. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm sad to say that this fifth film in the series represents another drop in quality. The previous two obviously dropped from the first two. First two was 4 stars. The third and fourth ones were then 3.5. Unfortunately, this has dropped a little bit more than that. It's not a massive drop, mind you, but it is noticeable that the direction isn't as strong and the plot is nowhere near as engaging as the prior films. That said, the cast is good. I like the fact it links up with the prior film, even though only a pair of characters do return. The pacing is on point. It does have its entertaining moments, and its change in setting does help set it apart from the prior films. There's also a slight bit of humour to it as well, where our lead's mother seemingly is able to connect the dots a lot quicker than he is. So that's kind of funny in that regard, but yeah, it's nowhere near as good as the previous two at the very least, and compared to the first two, it's significantly worse. But so yeah, unfortunately, only going to get 3 out of 5. So yeah, that is a bit of a shame because I was hoping that this set would at least stay above the 3.5 mark, like the previous four did. But unfortunately, that is not the case. So this shares the disc with the previous film that we reviewed in this box set, with the sixth and final one having its own disc. So yeah, on this we've got like we have had with the previous films, a 1080p HD presentation from a 2K restoration of the original film elements, which was undertaken by CCC. Got the original German audio tracks, optional English dub track, which I guess might make a bit more sense with this release, given it is mostly set in the UK. Then we've got audio commentaries by film historian and author David Callat, and then an introduction to the film by genre film expert and video watchdog founder Tim Lucas, and then Criminology, a video essay by David Kahn and Fiona Watson, which is basically the other kind of ones that we've already talked about with the other releases. So, yeah, it is a bit of a shame that this series has dropped down to that level. Hopefully, the sixth and final film doesn't also, drop again in terms of quality, because then we'll be into the barely average range or worse. So, yeah, hopefully the sixth and final film picks things up a little bit. If it's better than this one, then that's will be good. But even if it's just as good, then that'll also be a decent end. But yeah, I'd like to end this box set at least on a relative high rather than a relative low. So yeah, but yeah, if you have seen this film, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. I'd like to know if everyone else is rating this one lower than the previous four. I'd like to know whether or not that's the general consensus, or just me feeling a little bit off with the film in general. So yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. Yeah, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And yeah, we'll look at the sixth and final film in the next video. We'll also rank the films in order of best to worst as well in that video as well. So yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.